Hi, I'm Dan Brown, CEO of EdLogix, and today I'm going to give you a quick overview of our Compliance Manager module. Uh, Compliance Manager is popular with medium and large districts who, as the problems grow exponentially with population growth, it's nice to be able to create consistent compliance across all examiners across the district. It's very easy to do. It's built into the system, and you can add it on to your Cirrus package. So, here's how it works. I'm going to select a report, and you'll see at the top here there's a bar that says mandated components. Now I'm going to open that, and here it's giving me a list, a checklist of compliance issues that have to be addressed for this to be compliant with state and federal IDEA policy. Now, this list is dynamic based on selections that you make when you set up your report. So it's particular to the student and the report that you're writing. I can print it out, which is really nice to have as just a checklist. And it's also broken up, and these are broken up and put into the report sections that they are relevant to, because you may be collaborating with other examiners who are only going to work on their section of the report, and you want to make sure they get the relevant compliance reminders delivered to their section of the report. So I'll show you, for example, a reason for referral. I go to edit my section, and I have one point here, and this will walk me through the criteria. And this is just a this is a payload delivered, set up by the district, set up by us, but districts can also set up their own compliance reminders and add them to the system. So they can be as simple as just a short statement, or they can be as complex as providing sample text with drop-down menus and whatnot. So whatever type of message you want to deliver to staff, you can. Very helpful for staff, because they don't have to go searching through notes, meeting notes, and from the last training or whatnot. Some of the presentations that are out there involve PowerPoints that are 14, 15, 20 pages long, and it's just so much information to try and remember and apply on the fly. This helps examiners just follow it at their fingertips, and so it saves time and moves the compliance burden up to the district and not on the examiner. So I think that's a great point, but we hope you like it too. So I'll show you. I'll go down to, say, let's see, maybe summary and conclusions. That'll probably be different. Yeah, so here you have just 4 of those pieces, and this is different than what we saw in the last section in the reason for referral. And so the system is breaking them out. If I was the examiner just doing summary and conclusions, then I would be able to see mine. Make sense? Now, the next question you're probably thinking is, okay, how does Cirrus dynamically generate this list specific for each report? Great question. I'm going to answer that for you. So, when we set up a report, if you've watched the other videos, you can see the first thing you do is you have to enter student information. And some of that information are asterisks and bold. And so these are the students' demographics. Some of these demographics are very important, such as ethnicity, primary language, migrant status, and these actually are mapped on the back end of Cirrus to IDEA and overlay state policy in your state. So we use the auditor's checklist in your specific state as well as IDEA, and that's how we get the compliance list. That's the first part. The second part is when you select referring concerns, these can trigger additional compliance reminders. So you come in here and you select math facts, math operations. So based on the selections you make here, it also can generate additional or change the compliance reminders required. And then you hit save and continue and move on to previously identified and possible disabilities. And again, this is the third level of making selections that affect your compliance reminders. And this is how the list is generated. Now you may change these as the report progresses and you complete it, but you still have a very coherent and very accurate and thorough list of compliance reminders for your report. And that is how the module works. We generally find that districts tend to want to start with the base package. It's easier to get trained on, it costs less to get going, and it's easier for staff to adopt a smaller group of functionality. And then, as they get comfortable and realize that it's a very time-saving tool, then people want more modules, so you can purchase the module and implement it. The way that works is that when you buy Cirrus, the base package, some of these modules just don't show up in your drop-down menus. So if you didn't buy multidisciplinary team, then these would not show up in your drop-down menu here. And if you did not buy the compliance package, then the mandated components bar would not show up, and neither would the referring concerns checklist and the suspected and possible disabilities. So that's how compliance reminders work. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.